Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Summer is creeping up on us pretty fast, and apparently it's going to be a pretty intense summer, at least here in Europe. And if your skin is anything like mine, that means it's about to get a lot more temperamental. Hot weather, sweating, high humidity, breakouts, air conditioning, dry air. It's a lot. So switching up your moisturizer during the hot weather can honestly make or break a skincare routine. So today I'll be sharing my top picks of Korean summer moisturizers. They're all oily skin friendly. They're really good in higher humidity. They will help especially oilier, acne prone, but also sensitive skin. They're also very highly sensitive skin friendly in general. And I really enjoy each and every one of those 4 picks. In case you're new here on my channel, my name is Ulrike. I'm a K-beauty and skincare influencer and content creator. I've been blogging about K-beauty since 2016, and I'm super happy that you're here with me. Let's get into my current top Korean summer moisturizers. Let's start off strong with a surprise hit from a brand that I'm always kind of 50-50 about, and it's ANUA. This cream, the ANUA Heartleaf 70+ Panthenol Soothing Cream, it's very basic, but it is basic in a good way. It's not flashy. It's not kind of one of those super trending products from ANUA. It's kind of like a quiet, steady performer. Sometimes ANUA, I find, does really well when it comes to the understated minimalist skincare. Sometimes they overpromise with their advertising, but since this one is actually not that overly advertised compared to their toner, I find it kind of flies under the radar a little bit, and I think undeservedly so. The texture of this I find really interesting and pleasant. It does start off as a soft cream, but then once you apply it to the skin, it melts into this more milky emulsion-like finish on the skin, and it's really pleasant. It's just not too light. It still has the cream consistency, but it is still really great as a lighter moisturizer for normal to slightly dry skin in summer, and also for really sensitive skin. It's also ideal for more combo skin because it gives you that nourishment you still need with combo skin, while at the same time not clogging your pores up or clogging up your skin or making your skin feel cloying, especially in the summer heat. The formula of this is just beautifully simple. It contains Heartleaf extract, which is known to be anti-inflammatory. It's really good at reducing redness, in my opinion. And then it also contains Centella asiatica, which has very similar properties. The two together, the combination of Heartleaf and Centella, to me, one of the best weapons when you struggle with redness, which I do, especially in hotter weather. My skin just kind of gets super inflamed, also because of seasonal allergies. It's just not my favorite season. This has a really soothing effect, I find, when I apply it and use it. It has a good mix of humectant ingredients as well, with a little bit of moisturizing agents and emollient ingredients. It's, again, not too heavy, but it does have a bit more of an oomph than the regular Korean water-based gels. I would say this is really lovely for sensitive skin also because it doesn't contain many triggering ingredients. Personal triggers aside, of course, but in general, it's a very minimalist formula. It's a very gentle formula. No alcohol, no fragrance of any kind. And I feel it's really wonderful for anyone who has more reactive skin, if your skin is easily overwhelmed, if you need something calming, and again, if you need a little bit more from your moisturizer than just a regular water-based gel. Now, is it life-changing? No, of course not. But honestly, sometimes you don't really want drama in your moisturizer. You just want your skin to have a chance to chill and be well taken care of without being overwhelmed, without being stifled. And for that, I find this cream really effective and really beautiful. I find that the more ANUA products I try, the more I feel that the products that people don't talk about, their toner pads, their sunscreen, and now this cream, are the ones that I really like, whereas the overhyped ones I usually kind of feel meh about and find that they just don't really provide the miracles that a lot of influencers claim. So give this one a try. Again, mostly I would say for combo skin, for maybe slightly dry skin that still needs something light in summer as a daytime moisturizer. It won't be enough for nighttime. And if you have a sensitive skin, reactive skin, redness prone skin. Yeah, I really like it. And here is summer moisturizer pick number 2. And another surprise hit, I would say, from another brand where I'm always kind of up and down in my opinions about this brand. And this one is the Purito Oat-In Calming Gel Cream. This one I bought on a whim, totally on a whim. I saw it advertised on Olive Young Global. I was sending out an order anyway. I did an unboxing, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. And it just kind of spoke to me. It looked very light. I wanted something really refreshing for summer, just try something new, even though I really like especially my Bring Green, Sika and Tea Tree cream. But I wanted to try something new to maybe give you a new recommendation. And this one really is very affordable and surprised me. And I really, really like it. Now, Purito, the reason why I'm sometimes a little bit about the brand is because I don't think they handled the sunscreen scandal that well in 2020. Honestly, I found it a bit, I think they reacted quite late and still tried to kind of wiggle their way out of it. Then they had a rebrand right after the sunscreen scandal and relied very heavily, I find, on influencer marketing, which is fine. As I always say, if some brand would want to pay me to advertise for them, I'd be happy to, as long as I like their products. But I feel if it's so much that you just constantly hear about this brand and only from influencers, that's when I kind of go, I just don't know how to feel about you. Nevertheless, as with ANUA, some products are just good, and then I don't mind admitting that they are good. And that's the case for this cream. This is a super minimalist product. It contains 77% oat seed water, glycerin, beta-glucan, so humectants, and then also a little bit of squalane, which gives more moisturization. It's fragrance-free, it's alcohol-free, and honestly, apart from these humectant, hydrating, and slightly moisturizing ingredients and emollient ingredients, there's not much else in it. Very sensitive skin friendly. Now the texture is what's really gorgeous about this. It's very watery. It's very light and absorbs like that because it is basically just water-based. I think this one is perfect for oilier skin. It is also more suitable probably for younger skin. Even though I do find it really pleasant, sometimes I need a little bit more from my moisturizers at 46. So sometimes I have to combine this, for instance, with another cream, or the sunscreen needs to be very moisturizing that goes over this. But if I had had this in my 20s, I would have been super happy, especially in summer, because the watery texture is just so refreshing and cooling. It's a very, very pleasant experience when your skin already feels overheated and overtaxed. I find that it plays well under makeup, under primers, and it really is just so affordable as well. I'm surprised that it's not more TikTok advertised, but anyway, an underrated gem from Purito that, especially again, if you're more on the oilier side, I think is worth a try. Very, very sensitive, skin friendly, and just the cooling sensation for summer, chef's kiss. I'm thinking maybe I should try and keep it in the fridge. That would probably even make it a better summer experience. Now, this next moisturizer I have raved about before, but I will not stop and will continue to rave about this because it's still not getting the hype that I would like it to see, at least here in the West. And it's the ABIB Sedum Hyaluron Crème. Crème. It does say crème, not cream. But anyway, it's a hyaluronic acid cream from ABIB. I do just think that ABIB is so underrated and so underrepresented here in the West. And it's weird because it's super, super popular in Korea. And it's a beautiful, sensitive, skin-friendly brand. If your skin leans towards sensitive and dehydrated, so you have the kind of skin that gets red easily and it feels tight, but also you tend to break out when you use heavier creams, then this is a really great summer moisturizer for you. I think it would even work in autumn and spring, but at the moment we're talking about summer, right? I feel this really walks that perfect line between being a gel and being a cream. Similar to the ANUA one, but it is a little bit more elegant and a little bit more on the custardy gel side. It has a sort of almost fluffy custard texture and sort of a richness while still being a gel that I really enjoy greatly. I find that this is almost my favorite type of texture, and the Koreans do this the best, where you still have the gel water-like texture, but it just has a bit more body to it, and it just has this meltiness that is so, so pleasant in summer. What I really appreciate about ABIB is that they don't overload their formulas. They're very focused on a few key ingredients that are known to work and that are kind of matter-of-factly. And again, very sensitive skin friendly. In this case, it's hyaluronic acid, a couple of different forms of hyaluronic acid, ceramides, which are emollient and they support skin barrier health. And then it also contains macadamia seed oil, which gives it that moisturizing quality that goes beyond just being a hydrating gel. And then it has that Sedum extract, which gives it its name, which also has soothing and hydrating benefits. And that's about it. No alcohol, no fragrance, again, no frilly ingredients. This is just a compact, hydrating and slightly moisturizing gel cream. It pairs really well, I find, with makeup because it has a bit of a plumping effect. This one really does plump up my skin the most, I would say, out of all the 4 moisturizers I'm introducing here. It gives just enough support to the skin barrier, I find, to keep it supple and healthy without tipping over into it being too greasy or too overwhelming. It still has a bit of a cooling sensation, not as much, I find, as the Purito one. So if you really want super freshness and just a super refreshing cooling sensation, predominantly focused on hydration, I would go for Purito. But if you need a bit more, for instance, if you're mature skinned like me, then the ABIB one is a really fantastic choice. Very sensitive skin friendly as well, because it is so minimalist. So if you're reactive, even though it doesn't have much in terms of extra soothing ingredients, overall the formula is so simple in a good way that it will still have a bit of a soothing and calming effect. And again, it's very good if you have skin barrier problems, but don't want to use all of these heavy barrier creams. ABIB keeps impressing me. My tip would be to look for a sale for this because it can be randomly expensive, especially at Olive Young. Don't let the price intimidate you. Just wait for any type of sale or look for a double pack, because I got a double pack of this and it was like 25 bucks. And this is 80 milliliters. So the tube is also bigger than the usual 50 ml size. So you can find this as a very affordable product. You just might have to wait for sales or compare prices a little bit. Last but definitely not least, here's another gel cream, watery cream, that I feel I have talked about before, but I really, really need to talk about it again. This is very important because I'm a big, big fan of it. And again, this seems to be the theme of this video. It is from a brand that is usually very overhyped on social media, but not this particular product, which is weird because it's excellent. I just keep coming back to this cream, and I actually repurchased it because they had it at TK Maxx, and so I instantly snatched it up for a super, super good price. It's the XSY Heartleaf My Type Calming Cream. This is another gel formula, but I do feel that it has a bit more substance than your average aloe-based hyaluronic acid type gel formula. It is quite similar to Purito, but I have to say what it does better than the Purito cream is that it's also extremely soothing and noticeably, I find, helps to calm down my redness. I would say out of the 4 creams, which are all very redness prone, skin friendly, this one has the most active effect, actively positive effect on my redness. Despite being just a gel cream, I do feel that it actively also moisturizes my skin, not just hydrates it, but still keeps it feeling breathable and keeps it feeling refreshed. It's really great for hot, humid days where your skin just feels flushed and again doesn't want too much heaviness or stickiness. It's just a very elegant texture, I find. And the formula overall is lovely. Heartleaf and Centella asiatica, which I have, as I've already said, is fantastic for redness. It's also anti-inflammatory. Wonderful if you have acne-prone skin. It can help bring down the inflammation and help a little bit with antibacterial properties. Also contains licorice root extract, which helps a little bit with hyperpigmentation. And I find it to be a very effective skin brightener. And it also contains a couple of humectants again and a little bit of a moisturizing ingredient. And so it just really is an overall very well balanced formula. And also fragrance and alcohol free, which we enjoy. This really is my go-to for those days when my skin just feels like it's going to freak out or revolt. It really calms down that flushed sensation, the heat in the skin and the redness, and it just feels nice. It feels plumping, not as much as the ABIB one, but more so a little bit than the Purito one, I would say. Whereas the Purito one, I feel is always better at smoothing and it's also a little bit more refreshing. But this one, in terms of helping with redness and with high reactivity, I would say this one wins out of all 4. It just surprised me. It's another one that I just tried in order to try it and because it was cheap and I just got it at some sale or whatever. And then I fell in love so much with it that I repurchased it, already knowing that we're going to probably have horribly hot weather summer here in Germany. And I can already tell you, this is probably the one I will reach for the most together with the Purito one. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, so those were my 4 choices. As I said, they kind of all go well for reactive skin, oilier skin, though they would also work up to normal skin. And fantastic for combo skin, for teenage skin. They are all very similar, but texture-wise, they offer a couple of different things. And I would say just look which one you want mostly for plumping, which one you want maybe for more moisturization, and maybe one that will work best for redness, which is this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you a little bit choosing your summer K-Beauty summer moisturizer for this year. Let me know in the comments how you feel about summer in general. Not a summer fan, but that's just because it's a hot thing, a hot weather thing that doesn't work well for me, but also because my skin doesn't really like it. But let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these 4 moisturizers, if there's another K-Beauty moisturizer that you really, really like, which one you're eyeing up, if you're even switching out stuff for summer, or if you stick to the same routine. Let me know. And if you're new here, it would be fantastic if you subscribed, stuck around. I usually do a video every other week, so you will get a new one in 2 weeks. And if you could give this video a like, a thumbs up, and maybe leave a nice comment, that would be also lovely. I really do enjoy chatting with you in the comments, and I'll be seeing you again in 2 weeks. And until then, please take care. Bye.